Welcome students. So this is the next lecture for that flow in pipe problem, and in the last lecture what we did that we had drawn a suitable shell for the momentum balance, and after then we decided that what kind of momentum will be there, and it was our analysis that there will be only z direction of momentum. And now in this lecture we will write the z momentum balance for this shell that you can see in the blue, and here I have drawn the full shell. Its length is L and its radius is R. R is the variable actually, and this thickness is delta R, because you can take the momentum, you can take the shell at any distance R, and this is the z momentum balance I have written here. How this is written, this language is written z momentum balance over the shell, and then what are the momentum that is going in to the cell per second or per unit time, and what momentum is coming out, and what are the forces acting on the cell. So first we will discuss this kind of thing, that what is the rate of momentum that is going into the cell. So you can see that, you can see here there are two type of surfaces as we discussed yesterday. This is your Z surface and this is your R surface. So as you can see here that here through this R surface the Z momentum is entering, and through this surface this Z momentum is coming out, and it has been written here. So what momentum is entering? First is this momentum, and this momentum is entering. Actually these are momentum flux, and we are interested in rate of momentum, so we will multiply it by the area. So what is the area of this surface, of this inner surface, inner curved surface? It is 2 pi r, cylindrical surface 2 pi r, and multiplied by the length L. So very simple, and the same way here you can multiply it by 2 pi r into L. You can neglect the delta R, that is very small, so both area you can approximate to be the same, and here the area you can see, you can take of this, you will take of this thing, this strip, you can say that this kind of annulus, and its thickness, width is delta R, and the radius is R. So how you will find out its area? In very simple way, you cut this strip from here, then you will get this type of strip, and then you can approximate it to be a rectangular strip, because that distance is very small. So now you get that this is R and this is delta R. Multiply R with delta R, you will get the area. So very simple thing. This is actually 2 pi r, R is the radius. So 2 pi r into delta R is the area, and same way you will multiply the same area here also. So this way you will get the rate of momentum. I am writing it here. So we will write here the momentum that is going in through the R surface and through the Z surface, and the momentum that is coming out through the R surface and through the Z surface. So now we can write these things. Here you can see that I have written here the momentum that is going into the cell through R surface and through the Z surface is this, and here you can see in the figure it is actually this thing, this momentum, this that is entering here through this R surface, and this momentum, this that is entering through this surface into the cell. And now what momentum is going out? This momentum is going out through the R surface, and this momentum is going out through the Z surface. So we will write it there also. So here you can see that I have written it, that R surface, the momentum that is going out is this is this, and through the Z surface, that is the momentum that is going out is this. Now we need to find out what are the forces that are acting on the shell. Only gravity forces are acting on the shell, so mg type of force will be there, vertical force, and you can write it this way. So we need to find the volume of the cylinder here. Actually I mean this, that this is the gravity force that will act downward direction, so rho v g it is. And what is the volume? Volume you can find very easily, 2 pi r, delta r is the area of this strip, and multiply this by length, you will get the volume, and multiply by density and g. So you can write this thing here, plus rho 2 pi r delta r into L g, and equal to 0. Forces are in balance. Now the next thing is that you simplify this equation. So whatever we can cancel out, we can cancel out, like this 2 pi everywhere you can take it out, because this is cancel this, and after then what you will do, that you can divide it by delta r and L. So in this L will be cancelled out, and one thing to remember is that you will not divide it by r, because actually r is your variable, delta r is constant, because you have taken a shell of particular thickness, and here this r is actually varying from 0 to this capital R, and delta r actually is the thickness of the cell, so you can cancel that out, but because you will be tempted to cancel this r also here, because everywhere r is coming, but actually it is a variable, then your derivation will be wrong. So never divide it by some variable. So now our task is to arrange this whole thing in the way that you can apply the first principle of derivation formula. So for that I will do it this way. First I will bring this term first, like this. You can see here, you can see that I have brought this term here, and then I will write this term here, plus RL phi RZ and R. In the same way now I can write these terms also. I will write this term here, minus R delta R phi Z Z, and the surface Z is equal to L. And now I will write this term after this, like this, and then I will write this gravity term, R delta R L G rho, actually I forgot to, okay. So this is your thing. Now what you can do, that you can divide the things with delta R, okay, delta R and L, because you may imagine that you can cancel out things by dividing it. So dividing the whole equation with delta R L. So what will happen, that here this will go out, and here this L will not be there, and you can write it this way, that this kind of thing will come, L will come here, and no, not L, but delta R will actually come here, delta R will come here, and here you will this delta R will be cancelled, and you will write there and divided by L. This whole thing will be divided by L, and here all the things are there is nothing here in the denominator. So now I will write all these things in something better way. So this is the simplified equation. Now you can have more simple equation into this. I mean to say, you can do it like this, that you can take to the right side and left side, like things like that you will do, then you will get something like this. I am just correcting it here. You can write it this way. So ultimately you will get this. Now you can imagine very well that what we are going to do next is that we are having to take limit of that thing. What we are doing, that we are making the shell of 0 thickness. So what you will get, so after applying that principle, you will get the derivation of this, and here because there are 3 variables r, theta and z, so you will write here partial derivative of that, and that dy dt, like this dy dt you write in case of when there are only 2 variables, but when there are more than 2 variables, then you will write the partial derivation of that. Now we will simplify it more. So first we will concentrate our attention to this flux. So already I told you that flux is always a mixture of pressure, tau, and rho, v, r and vz thing, bulk, viscous and pressure. So here I have made that shell also because of better understanding, and now you consider this P should be the pressure in z direction, because z momentum balance we are making here through the r surface, through this r surface. So it is not possible that you will have pressure in z direction, because pressure is always perpendicular to the surface. Pressure will be always in the r direction. So this term will not be there, and also this term will obviously be there because of there will be velocity difference. Here velocity is more, here velocity is less, so definitely this kind of momentum transfer will be there, because these molecules here will definitely try to bring these molecules with them, or in another way you can say that they will impart the z momentums to that layer also. So this will definitely be there, and this will not be there because there is no velocity across the r surface, because we are in this direction, Vr is equal to 0, because water is not flowing outward, it is flowing in z direction. So this will not be there. This kind of discussion we always do, that out of 3 momentum flux, what momentum flux exists there. So our discussion result is this, that there is only this viscous stress there. And now we come to this part, we will consider phi zz. Again this is made up of pressure tau zz and rho vz and vz. So we can see here that pressure difference will always be there, because you can see that this is your cell. So here pressure will be, some pressure in z direction will be, and here also at the bottom also pressure will be here because of the length, height L, rho gh that you know. So pressure will exist there. Tau zz will not be there, because in a particular line in z direction the velocity is the same, so there is no question of velocity gradient, so it will not be there. And also this will be there, actually bulk flow, because of the bulk flow momentum is there, and momentum will come out of this thing. But the thing will what will be the thing, that this bulk flow that is going in is equal to the bulk flow that is coming out. So this bulk flow from here and bulk flow from here, they will cancel out each other, so it will have no effect. So we can see now, so this is your equation. Now what you can see, what you can do is that you see that here that this quantity r tau rz is changing with, means this is your z direction and this is your r direction outwardly. So this quantity is changing with r. Different stress will be here, different stress will be here, different stress will be here. But if you will go in z direction, the stress will be the same for example the velocity will be the same in z direction, so we can say that this quantity has got no effect of z, or with theta also it will not change because theta is this, so in a particular theta you will get the same velocity. So we can say that z has got no effect, theta has got no effect on this quantity, so and only r has got the effect. So this quantity can be written this way only, d in d terms, partial derivative we can remove, because if this quantity was changing because of z also and theta also, then partial derivative it would be appropriate to take partial derivative there, but here it is not changing actually, so we can ignore those things. And now, and also we can simplify this also, pressure at surface z0 we can write p naught, or you can say that here surface at this surface the pressure is p naught, and here if we measure the pressure it is pl. It is just pressure that you deal with, so don't have confusion with that. And now it can be simplified more. Now the important thing that in your book you will see that there is a variable like this, this way they have written like this, you can see that. So actually they have done it to make the form of this equation more convenient or more simple. So what is this p? Actually they have defined it as a new variable that will take this pressure thing and the gravity thing both in one variable. So what is the definition of this new variable? Suppose this is your z direction and here z is equal to 0. So suppose suppose you have a point here at this depth at z is equal to z1, this depth is z1, here the pressure is, suppose you can see 1. So they define here this variable. This is actually not pressure, actually it is a new variable, that's why they write it this way. So P1 pressure and minus rho g z1. So this is the actually their formula for this new variable. Don't call it pressure, but actually it is taking account of both gravity and pressure. So here suppose pressure is P2, then here you will define this new variable P2 minus rho g z2. Suppose this is at depth z2. This then the formula becomes P minus rho g z. So this formula we will use here and we will simplify it more. So let's see what happens. So as you can see that you can rearrange it this way. Now further rearranging, now it can be rearranged this way also. Here you can see that you can put that new variable there. Here you can see that how this has been converted into a new variable PL here this way. The formula is this, at z is equal to L, you can write it this way. So we have got this PL, capital PL in place of this, and this can also be arranged because P naught you can write it this way. You can write it this way, that rho g quantity is multiplied by 0 and then subtracted from this P naught. So the same kind of equation you are getting, and it is for z0 you can write. So for z0 you can write P naught is equal to P naught minus 0, so that is P0. So in place of P naught P0 you can write directly P naught minus PL over L into R. So finally you got this equation after all that rearrangement, and where P naught is equal to this pressure and PL here is equal to pressure minus rho g L, the height of the cell. And now you will integrate it, and you can see in your book that what is the result of that integration, and if possible I will make one more video lecture on it so that this problem is fully analyzed. So thank you very much students.